Good day to you all. Hopefully, everyone had a great week. Yeah, to chat, put in the chat where you're tuning in from. Love to always see where everyone's kind of watching from, and just want to say hello to you and just thank you for all your support. Loves people hopping on from all over the place. It was still, it was still a terrible, busy, stressful time for me right now. It's very stressful, very busy. One emergency to another, and a lot of work to catch up on. I fell behind on my work, and so if I happen to actually take an announced break from some of these morning motivations next week, it's going to be due to a family medical emergency. So love to, appreciate your prayers and your kind words. When you're overwhelmed and when you're flustered, what do you usually do? Do you take a break, or do you keep going? Do you keep going and keep going until you actually get there? Well, if you're like me, I try to keep going. I try to push through it. I try to just kind of, you know, use my energy, my brain power, my focus, everything to get to the end results. But sometimes I don't get there. I don't get there, and I don't get what I'm expecting. Yeah, have you ever sat there, doing some of the papers that we had to do for high school or college or university, right? We're desperately trying to finish it for class. And we call it writer's block. It's very annoying, right? Very annoying. And it's actually a huge time suck. And so what happens is, you just you can't think of anything new. Nothing is coming through. Nothing is kind of flowing. But the stuff needs to be done. So what do we do? What's the best thing to do? Well, think of it as a compass, right? You move it around, you shake it, and you reorientate yourself, and you try to refocus. Well, there's 360 degrees, so why stick to one? Right? There's 360 degrees, so why stick to one? And that's from Zaha Hadid. She's one of the most famous female architects. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2015, but her award-winning designs are all there's not very many designs she's created that had a lot of angles, like corners and angles and sharp edges. It's always flowing. So if you look her up, her designs are always very fluid and very natural and very nature-like, right? In nature, things are not really angled, right? Are there anything? I guess some jagged rocks and certain crystals and stuff, but in nature in general, everything's curvy. Everything has so many degrees that make it look wonderful, right? And that's what we love about it. Take a look outside; everything looks so beautiful. So, like your quote, there are many ways to get to our desired results, right? A straight line is obviously the most direct and obvious. Hey, Alan, nice to see you on. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you had a great week. But like Alan can probably understand is that you look, straight line is the best way to get to somewhere, but obviously that's not always possible, right? There are 359 degrees, 359 other angles we can try. So just like I used to be in art school, there's like a painter, there's hundreds and hundreds of brushes and tools that they can use to achieve the same image. And like a mechanic with various tools to repair a car, just like he has a various array of tools, his toolbox, I guess you call it. And a chef has all his knives, his different cooking utensils, his different appliances to create some amazing, incredible art. Hey, Brent, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you here, and thanks for your support. Yeah, so all those people, they have different ways of doing things, right? They have different angles to always get to the same results, and not always trying the same thing or using the same thing to create something. And that's why they're very ingenious, I guess you call it, to be able to adapt, right? And so they all have different ways to reach to the end, and we do too. We always have different ways of doing things, but we get too fixated and have the blinders on, and we don't see other possibilities that are available. But if we just kind of slow down, if we just kind of slow down, step back, and maybe even walk away a bit, return a little bit later, the solution is usually right there. We just didn't see it. We were just slightly off. We were just slightly off. And when we get stuck, it could be a sign that we need to take that break, right? We need to take that break and come back to it later. I've faced this so many times. I've mentioned this before, is that I spend hours working on something and I still can't figure it out. And so my wife hears me grumbling, probably get a little bit angry, and suggests, what, just go take a break. Go take a break. Here's a drink. Go take a break and breathe, right? Take a breather break, I guess you call it. And 30 minutes later, I come back, I sit down, and I see that angle I didn't see earlier. So I just needed a break to come back refreshed. So, just like when we think of it another way, another example is that when we're traveling, right? When we're traveling from point A to point B, we can take different roads to get there. Brent, I know you travel a lot. Alan, I know you love to explore. There's different ways of getting from here to there, right? It's not, we may take the same route, but it doesn't mean that there's no other options. And so with people, the choice of, when we're dealing with people, the choice of words can actually be another analogy, right? We tend to we can use words to help escalate a problem, or it can de-escalate a problem. We can literally control conversation with the choice of language that we use with someone else. And so our we can use our tonality, we can use our expression, right? Our facial expressions, we can use our pitch, we can go high, we can go low, we can talk fast, we can talk really fast, or we can slow down and take a little bit easier. So the way we speak to someone can convey our message in so many different ways, so that it shows emotion, and those are different degrees that we talk to people. So we got to be careful with not just what we do physically, we got to think about what we do mentally, and then also with those around us, right? Everything has ways, there's always ways of doing something that can convey a different message. And so we got to be really, really careful when we're talking to other people, because we can sometimes hurt their feelings, or our message doesn't come across as the way we want it. So just like there are different 360 degrees, there's so many other avenues that we can take to get from point A to B, and that includes conversations with other people as well. So my challenge to you is, explore instead of taking the same route. This is something that I want you to try this weekend: is whatever route you get to from here to, say, your favorite cafe, instead of going right to get there, try going left and take a different route. And I bet you're going to discover some amazing new scenery. You might even find some new cafes, and you're definitely going to, just learn more, learn. You're going to be so inspired because you're taking a different route, and it's going to open up so many new things. And again, that is part of us, is discovering new things, and using different ways to get to the same results and having fun at the same time. So I'll see you next week. Again, if the family emergency comes up, I might not be on, but I will definitely do my best. And so feel free to share these, and don't forget to follow and like me, like my feed on my other platforms for the replays. So this is on Facebook, YouTube, and also on Instagram as well. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate the sports. Don't forget to be better, to be bigger, and be that change that people are looking for. So take care and enjoy your weekend.